Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here at Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB, and I'm honored, man. Friends, family, a group that's actually talented.
Aww.
And that's not taking a shot at anybody else. It's just hard to find talent. These days, you see people, they come out 1 year, and then the next year, you can't even remember. We were having a conversation the other day just trying to say, remember him, remember that record, remember her, remember that record. It's hard to find people now who have been able to stand the test of time. When you see them live, they're on point. They sound like their songs, which is another element that's missing. And I'm not a hater. I'm just telling the truth. When I go places, I like to see people and hear people sound like the music that I love to rock to, especially when I'm in my house and in my car. The one and only 112, they are here, baby. Welcome to the happy hour.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Man, I saw y'all and had the opportunity to sit and talk with y'all when y'all came by the Sway in the Morning show, but it's nice to have y'all here in the happy hour. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First thing I said when you guys walked in is, did y'all have something to eat? And then I started hearing all these different places where everybody ate. Q, I want to start with you. Where did you eat?
Today, actually, Mike and I, we ate at PS Kitchen. It's a plant-based restaurant, vegan plant-based. Yeah.
When did you guys become vegan? Mike, are you vegan too?
I'm pescatarian. I still eat fish, but I've been the fish and veggies for about 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. So I cut out the pork and the beef about 20 years ago, but the chicken and turkey and all those proteins, I took those out.
Yeah.
Took them out.
Yeah, I felt better. I feel better actually.
Yeah.
What sparked it though? Was it something to make? Because a lot of people give up the pork and the beef, but it's hard to jump off of that chicken and that turkey.
Right. Trust me. From all, I represent all of blackdom. It was hard to get off that yard bird,
especially when you're raised on it, man.
Especially being from the South and you're from there, so it was really difficult, challenging rather. It wasn't difficult; it was challenging for us to get off of that bird. But at the end of the day, the amount of steroids and the amount of chemicals that they put in these animals, for our consumption. And then you wonder why your grandparents are like 80, 90 years old eating the same things you're eating now, but it was cleaner back in the day. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why they were able to live as long as they are. But it's more of a health thing for me. It was definitely a health thing. I feel better, and when you watch your Rolling Stones and your Aerosmiths and all these dudes, like they was coked out of their minds, but they were vegans. You know what I mean? So they lived to be 80, 70, 80 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because you consider a vegan if you do coke.
Wow.
You're still a vegan.
Right.
Wow.
What about you, Q?
I was introduced to this lifestyle. I do a summer camp. I have an organization in Atlanta called Brothers United. And one of the things that we do, we have a summer camp. Mm-hmm. And, we supply lunch and breakfast for our kids. And one of the parents who's vegan, she came in and she said, why are you giving the children this, but you expect them to, be studious and be on point? And we were giving them, the traditional breakfast stuff like Pop-Tarts and cereal and all the sugar and all that stuff. So we had this community fair, and the parents were able to bring dishes. So this particular parent said, you know what, I want you to try this. She said, none of the kids are going to try it, but I want you to try it. Mm-hmm. And it was a vegan pasta. And it was like delicious. And so she challenged me. She said, Q, let me introduce it to you so that next year your camp can be a more healthy camp. And I had a meeting with her, and I've been about going on my 5th month, and there's no turning back for me. Wow. I feel better. My whole family is on it. And I love it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, Q, you said you went to the deli. I know you ain't vegan. What about you, Daron? I'm going to get to you in a minute,
Q.
I
just went and took a nap, so I'm good.
But what about food-wise lifestyle? How are you with your meals?
I have to be honest. Like when I'm at home, my diet is mostly liquid and raw food. But when I hit the road, the room service get the best of me. And I'm like, a lot of times it's like the room service is just crazy. Like you have steaks and and I'm really a steak guy, so I order room service, and I love chicken wings. So just like he said about the blackness that we discussed, it's definitely there.
Yeah.
So but when I'm at home, I maybe eat meat like once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying, something like that. But my diet is mostly raw vegetables and liquid.
Good for you. Now, you went to the deli. What'd you have?
Man. Yo, well, That's wild. I mean, I heard wild names, you know what I'm saying? Vegetarian, I don't know what.
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
That's fish.
Pescatarian, fish and veggies.
Slim is straight, you know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I feel cute. He got the Brothers United. I'm also I've been doing, you know what I'm saying, charity, my own situation with Welcome All, you know what I mean? It's like a community where, you know, we bring kids in, especially young men, and you know, we train them. They play football. I don't know what I could tell the football players. You know what I'm saying? We rank in the nation. We've been there for the last 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the team?
Welcome All Panthers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and Flo Rider, you know what I'm saying? He know what's up, man. I don't know why they dodging. You know what I'm saying? Snoop, now, hey, come on now, stop playing. But I wouldn't even know how to even come and say, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got this, you know what I mean, 12-year-old. He's 6 feet tall, about 200, you know what I'm saying, 200 pounds. He probably run about 3, 4, 4. I don't know. Oh man, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take away them wings, you know what I'm saying? That pieces, you know what I mean? And you know, I know we want, instead of these pizzas, you know what I'm saying, that we usually been doing.
Kale salad.
I got a kale salad, you know what I'm saying, with a touch of vinegar. You know what I mean?
There's a vegan pizza.
I think I would probably get whooped up by 12, 13-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know if I can make it here. You know,
We don't want to play for him anymore.
beet salad.
Beet
Like,
salad.
you know what? We going over.
We
there.
got your beat, bro.
Wow,
Beat
they are
down.
here. 112. We got
Yes.
Q, we got Mike, we got
Pressure
Slim
Paul.
and Daron.
What's
Boy,
happening?
happy hour up next, y'all, right
All
here
right.
at
Come back,
Sirius
come on
XM
back.
Fly. It's the happy hour. Yes, it is right here, Sirius XM Fly.
Yes.
I'm
Happy
HB.
hour.
Q is here. Mike is here.
Yeah.
Slim is here. Daron is here.
Yes.
Their new
112.
album is out right now. I love the fact that it is all self-titled.
Yes.
I love that you guys are together, and I love the fact that you guys have been open about the journey. I think if I could start with Daron and ask you about biggest lesson you learned so far in this industry.
Biggest lesson, you got to work just as hard as you got to get it, to actually keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you work hard and you get to a point where it's kind of like a cruise control level, and you think that you can relax, but you can't never relax. Like, you got to stay on it. Like, that's what I learned. Like, you can't never relax. Ain't no relaxing period. Like, if you really want to maintain in this business, you got to keep working.
I like that.
You're married.
Yes.
How do you maintain your balance? Because as I'm married as well. This industry could be cruel.
Yes.
It could be hard.
Yes.
Amen.
You self-doubt a lot,
Mhm.
you know, and then there's the women
Yes.
and the excess that comes with this industry as well. How do you balance professional and home?
Well, first of all, big shout out to my queen, Charlinda Parker. I don't know if you're listening, baby, but what up with you? But it's about balance. You said it. We just celebrated our 15th year wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so
that's
much.
dope.
Hey,
That's
yes.
dope.
And it's just about balance. It's about balance. You know, when you younger, it was really just about my job, and then making family have to understand that they had to take the back seat. But now that we've gotten older, and I've gotten older and mature and wiser now, it's really about balance, and it's really not fair to make your family have to take the back seat, but just really about making better decisions. So if I'm out of town for 3 weeks, I know when I come back home, I need to shut it down for a couple of days and really devote some time to just family stuff. Put the phone away, and just really just devote time to make sure that the family is always feeling like a priority too.
Good man. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Michael.
Yes.
I hope I'm not wrong when I say I feel God's spirit on you, and
Nice.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask about your spiritual life and you know, how do you maintain it? Because I think also in this industry, your spiritual life is challenged. There are a lot of temptations out there, a lot of
Absolutely.
different things, and sometimes the money is good and the money is right, but then the situation may not always be the right thing to do.
Absolutely, and it's crazy that you asked that, because we, Daron and myself, and also one of the producers on the album, had a discussion yesterday about how do you balance religion with spirituality. You know, and because we all know that religion is man-made, spirituality comes from the soul. So
Amen.
there is the balance that you have to, you know, fight within yourself, the conflict that you have within yourself, because being Southern and being raised in a Christian household, you know, you had to do what your mother told you to do,
Right.
because she told you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had to, and she learned it from her mother. So, you know, that was the foundation. So to question certain things that you grew up believing in, now that you've gone out into the world and you've seen things and it's not as black and white as the Bible would say that it is, now you have this conflict in you. Okay, my foundation was built on what my mother and my grandmother told me, but now I'm a grown man and I'm out here experiencing these things on my own, and I realize that the world isn't as wicked as, you know, it's they say you are if you're not a Christian. You know what I mean? Like, you have Muslims that go through the same things that the Christians go through, and you have the Buddhists, and you have the Hindu, and you have the, you know, the Hebrew. And so it was what I learned from that was everybody has their own way of representing themselves through their religion, but there's also this other side of it that is in juxtaposition of religion, which is the spirituality. And that's where I focus more so on nowadays. You know, when I grew up, I was in the church, and I was, you know, when I sing and everything, they said, boy, you're going to be a preacher and all this other stuff. I feel that my ministry can come from what I'm doing now. Yeah. You know, I can touch more people now than I can, because when okay, not to get too religious, but when Jesus went into, you know, the marketplace, he didn't go to the Christians. Yeah. He went to the heathens. He went to the prostitutes. He went to the gamblers.
He was on the low road.
Yeah, because you know, he went to the streetwalkers. And he went to all of those people. Why? Because I already got the Christians. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I need to go get these people. So my what the message that I don't like preaching, because, you know, I would like for people, what I do is I put my 2 cents into the atmosphere and allow you to come up with your own conclusion, because at the end of the day, it's your personal relationship with the Most High. You know, and so I would akin my stance on religion and everything that I do now on deism, which is although you don't you believe in an all power, you don't necessarily believe that he or she governs your every move. You make your own move. You make your own decision. You move according to what your spirit and your relationship with the Most High tells you. So that's kind of where my head is nowadays, whatever. Because once you open that door of understanding what truth is, it's impossible to go back. You know, it's impossible to go back. You cannot go back.
That's very true.
You know, so that's where I am with it. So, you know, I'll talk to people who want to know. And then I I help open the door for them. But essentially, it's up to that person to you know, continue walking through it.
Thank you for sharing that,
yeah,
Slim.
absolutely.
I want to ask you, just touching on what he shared. It sounds like you're a mentor to these kids.
Yeah.
Who mentored you coming up? Who were some of your mentors, and how important was it having a mentor, if so?
Well, you know, I pulled it from a lot of places. Like my mom, she was very instrumental. You know, she's an evangelist, so you already know what that. You know what time that was.
Well, y'all got a lot of energy on y'all.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
My old man's a preacher too.
To tell you the
so.
truth, like, thank God for these guys, because, you know, I didn't know any secular music until I had met.
Really?
No, man. Hey, I was always in the church. I didn't know anything. I missed out on New Edition. I learned New Edition through 112 and actually being on tour with them. You know, there were certain records that I remember we did All Cried Out.
He had to learn the words.
I had to learn the words and everything. I never heard of the song. You know, I mean, but
So
I
you
mean,
knew
that's my
the
mom
battle
was.
is not yours, but you didn't know All Cried Out.
Hey, man.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But you know, I
That's
mean,
right.
I took it from places. So like my mom, and then, you know, I was a part of a program that was in our inner city called Big Brother, Little Brother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Club. So I mean, I had this dude, man. He was real cool. He was like a lawyer. You know what I mean? And he would always just take me. And he was like, man, you know, you just seem different from everybody else. You know, it's not like what I say to you, because I don't think you believe a word I say. Because, you know, I'm a show me type dude. You know what I mean? So he would drive me out of the neighborhood and take me to parts of the neighborhood in Atlanta. I've just never, you know, the bus just never went that far. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Right.
So I wasn't old enough to get on the bus anyway. So he would take me over to the nice places in Buckhead, you know what I mean? And he would ride me around, and he would say, does this seem possible to you? And I look up at him, and he was like, this is for you. You just got to accept it. Get out. Which car do you want? Which car do you like? You know what I mean? And it was just that. It was like 1, 2, 3, ABC like. And he was like, it's on you. Whatever you want, you can get it. You know what I mean? Claim it now. Claim it. Where you see yourself? Where you see yourself in 5 years? Where you see yourself in 5 days? You see what I'm saying? So I drew from that, whatever, you need to make a plan, make a goal. This is how I tell my kids off porch, you know what I mean? And all the fathers, all our coaches, most of the people that run it got my, chains on, we run it. We pretty much tell them that, before you walk in the door, most of those kids don't know a lick of football. But we tell them off porch, hey, you believe in each other, you know what I'm saying? And just know off porch that you're a champion. From the time you walk in, you are a champion. Already see yourself, envision holding your trophy up. Already know that you're number one. You know what I'm saying? Where do you see yourself? And that's the reason why we're on our streak.
Man, yo, I love it. 112 is here. Happy Hour crew, Fly family. We got more up next right here. The album is out now.
Go get
Fly.
it. Go get
that album.
Go get it.
Yes,
Cue Mike Slim Daron.
It's the Happy Hour right here, Sirius XM Fly MHB, hanging out with Q, Mike, Slim,
yes.
Daron.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is fun.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
y'all so much for sharing those words, man. I appreciate it. I know a lot of people will appreciate it and draw from it too. Daron, I'd like to ask you, if a group out there right now, or a parent listening in the car maybe, and their son is in a group, or a daughter wants to start a group, what would be the first thing you tell them?
I'll say, first of all, be prepared for a lot of disappointment. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is about. Like, it's not an overnight success thing. It happens quickly for some people, but eventually you're gonna go through some hardships. So I would say first be expecting, you know what I'm saying, hardships, and be willing to work through that. Put the work in. Like, my thing is the work. Like, you can't run from the work. You know what I'm saying? Work beats talent every time.
Wow.
So my thing is work.
Q, add on?
Wow. Like-mindedness.
Break that down.
Understand what the ultimate goal is. If the ultimate goal is in line with each other, then once you put the work in, you can all achieve that. But if everybody can't see that we're going to be the champions, if everybody can't see that we will strive to be Grammy Award winners, we will travel the world, we will make an impact, then somewhere along that journey, somebody's going to fall off, which is going to now cause the frustration and the bitterness and the dissension, because the goal isn't the same. One thing I love about 112 is day one, we set out to be the greatest. We set out to have longevity and to be legends, and really to have our story to be told even when we're dead and gone. And here now celebrating 21 years and so many more years to go, I feel like we're on the right track. But it started with us all having the same dream and having the same amount of energy to actually put into it.
Amen. Mike, after 21 years and all the arguments, all the disagreements, who's the peacemaker out the group? Who's the first to say, man, put that to the side. Let's get in here. Let's talk and get this together.
It's funny. I'm actually that guy.
Are you?
I'm actually If you ask these guys, if I walked out of the room right now and you ask each one of them, like, who is the one that you was, I'm pretty sure they would say Mike is the one. So, I would have to just, hey man, set whatever I got going on, set that aside. Look, the common goal is we got to do this, that, and the other. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, and then we're going to be successful. Let's move forward.
Slim, who's the joker out there, like the one who joke around and play the most, who crack the most jokes?
Man, man, everybody's real funny.
All silly. We all silly.
Like,
I'm
telling you, like, and it comes in different levels. Yeah,
Okay.
You understand? So with 112, you know what I mean? Like, at night, be prepared for the wrath of Q. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it starts getting late,
when he gets sleepy,
he start getting sleepy.
My God.
Stuff. He's real funny. And
it ain't even funny. Like whatever he's laughing at, it ain't even really funny. It's just he just starts laughing, and it's like an hour's worth of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, it's 12:30 at night, bro. Go to sleep.
So when I start getting goofy, you know what I'm saying? I can just blame it on somebody else.
You can blame it
know
on
what I'm saying?
somebody
Like,
else.
man, hey, why are you being this way, Slim? Well, I mean, y'all just stopped Q when he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, he got me in this. Like, if Mike say something funny, my problem is I can't forget it. It just sticks with me. And for the rest, so like 2 hours from now, he might have made a joke about something, like, He always talk. He does this thing where he beef his butt. He like TV for my bunghole. Yo,
What is that?
I'm the great cornholio. I must have TV for my bunghole. You know.
and then
What
3
is
hours
that,
from now.
Q?
What's
Oh,
That beat
okay.
his butt head,
Yeah.
you know, when dude put his head, the
Yeah,
towel
yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
Man,
Ain't that
it hunts me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
That
it's
is
just crazy.
so
man.
funny, man.
So D, as a producer though, Daron, is that not frustrating to you if you
Total
producing one of the songs and Q clowning, Slim clowning? Is that not frustrating?
Well, you know, that don't really happen during those times.
it's time to
You know what I'm
work.
saying?
Yeah, it's time to work.
It don't
It's time
really
to
happen
work.
during that time.
Subtitle.
Right, sometimes.
Or
I have a problem.
but I will say that because we're so close, but then we will rag on each other.
Okay.
Like if you're in the studio or you're in the booth and you're not really cutting the mustard, like you're not really doing your
Y'all
thing.
tell each other?
Oh my
Oh,
God! It's
yeah.
like, hey,
we can laugh at you.
hey,
and
bro, come on
out
in.
for a second.
Come on out for a second.
Come out for a
Oh,
second.
y'all
Yeah.
bring the person out of the
Yeah,
booth?
yeah. You gotta
what?
gather
Okay,
yourself.
so give me an example and say what? Like
All
what?
right. So more than likely, I'm at the booth, right? Like I'm at the helm, which
Okay.
what I say. So like, say for example, Slim is in the booth, and we need him to sing this part exactly the way that the producer wanted him to sing it, and we was like, do it again, bro. Like that's my hashtag. Do it again. Hashtag. Do it again, bro. Oh, that was almost it, bro. Do it again.
He'll tell you it's amazing. Oh man, that was
Man, it was
amazing,
amazing.
man.
Do it again.
One more time.
Do it again.
I'll do it. Sergeant Slaughter, please,
Exactly.
man. You know what I mean?
And so after about the 20th take, it was like,
Man, you straight? Well, you.
Hey,
well, he told
hey,
you,
come
you
in for a
want
minute.
some water?
Yeah.
Man, are you okay?
And
Oh, you're-
the worst
that's the
the
worst
worst
thing in the
one
world.
is like when you're asked to come out, right? And then it's like, you know what? Let Daron try it. or let Slim try that part.
Yeah, so what we
And
gonna do,
then-
bro? We
and
gonna
they
let-
nail
we
it,
gonna let
and it's
Q do
like,
it.
Do y'all record better in daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
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 For me, yeah, daytime.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
daytime.
How?
Daytime.
Well,
It's
you
just-
think about it this way: your voice is a muscle. So if you are tired, your voice is tired.
Yeah.
If you normally go to sleep at a certain time of night, your voice is going to follow the way your body is. So
I will say this though, it's slow songs are better to sing at towards the evening than up tempos. Up tempos, if you want to, have your voice really right and you up tempo, which is more on beat, and if that at daytime is definitely the time to do that. So, but if you want to have a little something in your voice, a little raspiness in your voice, a little heaviness in your voice, then closer towards the evening, those are better times to sing.
Do you guys interview still take voice lessons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you do?
Yeah. I just big shout out to Shayla from Florida, the Miami Institute. I just did a 8-week course with her on vocal therapy, really, which is the maintenance of the voice, which is like cutting certain things out, making sure that you are maintaining the voice, how to actually treat the voice, from the no whispering, no screaming, no yelling, the type of foods that you eat. If you are acidic, like I have acid reflux, so that means I cannot eat anything that's acidic because it affects the vocal cords.
Your vocal
Yeah,
cords.
so just going through that process really helped me out a lot. Just understanding, because a lot of us are vocalists, but not really knowing how to really properly take care of the
that
vocal
instrument.
Absolutely.
Because that's
Exactly.
actually an instrument.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking because I want you guys to sing
Oh.
here in the happy hour. I want to
To
know. I want to make
sing?
sure everybody's up to par.
Yeah, no, we
I
good.
want no excuses.
We good.
and the album is out.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all just gonna freestyle like that?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
What we saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I-
Boom. Yeah. Then
Oh, we
go
doing
ahead.
this.
We got that's S dot everybody. We're live. S dot, come on, S dot here,
S
hogging
dot.
up the
Run
show,
it, S dot.
running
S
it,
dot.
telling me what to do.
Okay.
Y'all, as we close out this break, I want to say to everybody first and foremost, though, the album is out now. Get
Yes.
it. It is self-titled. Q, Mike, Slim, and Daron.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love you guys. Like
you
I
back.
just
Love you back.
beyond
Yes.
music, beyond
Love you.
anything else. I've had the opportunity to sit with some of you when you came to the Swain and Morning show before, but I love you guys. It's just so
Yeah,
nice
The energy,
Yes.
is,
having
the
you-
energy is so there. The
Thank
energy
you,
is so
having
there.
you come here in the happy hour. I know you guys are going on tour,
Yes.
Yes.
with another group,
Yes.
and which I'm excited about
Yeah.
that. Whatever you guys are doing, please come back to the happy hour. Next
Always.
time
Most
y'all come,
definitely.
I will cook for y'all.
Woo!
I
Okay.
do
We're gonna hold you
pescatarian.
that.
There we
I
go.
do
Hold you to that.
vegan.
There we
I
go.
do.
Hold you
I
to
will
that.
cook for y'all. No, I
We
got
gonna
you
hold
guys.
you.
So
Yeah,
just
yeah. Yes.
sit down and break bread with y'all. I
Absolutely.
just would
Yeah,
love to do
absolutely.
it, and just that would be my thank you for all the work that you have done, and always just
Sweet.
being brothers in this game to me. So thank you
Wow.
so much.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
I got y'all,
That's
of
what's
course.
up.
Thank you.
All right, sing my way out because y'all gonna be singing on the other side too.
Now
Sing
it's
your way out.
time to say goodbye To Almighty
H-E-A-T-H-E-R. That is Heather B.
Yeah. See that? See that? Them skills don't diminish, man. Them skills don't go nowhere.
Yo, everybody stay connected with us at the official 112.
Yes.
Everything. Please stay connected with us.
More happy hour up next, everybody, right here on Fly.
We're gonna do it like this. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Girl, I love you so. 112 acapella.
Girl, if I told you,
Girl, if I told you I love you, girl, that doesn't mean that I don't care.
And if I told you,
and if I tell you I need you, girl, don't you think that I'll never be there?
baby, I'm so tired of the way you turn my words into deception and lies.
Don't misunderstand
me when I try to speak my mind. I'm only
What I try to
saying
say.
what's in my heart. Cupid
yes.
doesn't lie,
But we won't know. We give it a try. True love.
True love won't lie,
But we won't know
unless we
Ooh,
give it a try.